Welcome back to Class Firearms, guys. Kyle over here with Jason.
What's going on, folks?
And in this video, we're going to talk about everyday carry in 2025 between me and Jason.
Yeah.
Jason, you carry some stuff on you, right?
Every day. Every single day. Every time I walk out of the house, every time I go to the grocery store, gas station, whatever.
You put your pants on and everything, right?
Everything. I put my pants on, then my gun second.
All right, so you carry some stuff on you. Does it change depending on the season, or?
It changes not because of the season, but due to what I'm wearing, or if I want to be cumbersome with some task, right? It depends on what I'm doing. If I'm wearing more form-fitting clothes, like, how Kyle wears the shirts, or, how I wear, like, suits or anything, I tend to go to a smaller frame gun or a single stack frame, whether it be my Springfield XDS, which, yes, I still carry that when I wear, like, form-fitting clothes. Yeah. Or, like, today, or my normal carry is actually like a Glock 17 with an X300. Now, people are like, oh man, that's crazy, that's so much to carry. Believe it or not, I don't feel the X300. The Glock 17 is like the biggest frame gun that you can carry, like, in the waistband for me. And hell, I could even carry a 34 if I felt like it, because there's not really that much of a difference.
It's just a barrel length.
It's just a barrel length. So, and the light actually matched up flush with the barrel length if you run in 34 configuration. But today I'm carrying the P365 Legion AXG, right? So this thing's really awesome. I love it. Sitting in the C&H holster, again, Codex is the way to go. That's just my 2 cents. I need something that has firm grip and firm lock retention when I'm carrying one, especially carrying one in the chamber, because if you don't carry one in the chamber, that's your personal preference, but to me, it's just a paperweight waiting to not go off. I do make sure that most of my guns have these metal clips on them. The reason why is no matter what, if it's in my belt line, it's actually in there completely, but there's just a little extra hook that will, especially when you're going to retrieve the firearm out,
keep it there.
It keeps it right where it needs to be, along with this wedge that's out that keeps it kind of pushed back into your body. So again, P360.
How do you like that thing?
It's really cool. I dig it. The comp, I'm not so sold on. Does it work? Is it a comp? Argue with your moms on that one. But the Romeo X enclosed dot to me is really like the belle of the ball of this thing. It's small, it's compact, again, enclosed, so I'm not worried about lint, moisture, debris. Oh, obviously, if this fell in mud, regardless of it being open or closed emitter, you're still gonna have to wipe it, right? Yeah. Or you can get that occluded dot if you've been used to shooting occluded dot, so it is what it is. But I love it. Again, it comes, I've got an empty mag in here, but this is just a 17 round, but I carry the one with the Legion base pads, which, mind you, are extremely aggressive on the bottom. Yep. So just be aware, this can scratch you if you're, either man up or lady down a bit, whichever one you want to choose first. But yeah, I carry 17 rounds of Federal Hydroshock in here. And the reason why, normally I carry Federal HST 124 grain plus P. That's just been what I've accustomed to. I love the feeling of 124 grain. As a matter of fact, I try to match up my carry weight to whatever I practice with. So I always shoot 124s if I'm just plinking on the range or getting some training time in. So, these 124 plus P Hydroshocks are what I normally go with, or the HSTs, because I just love them. Yeah,
good choice.
Yeah, so again, it being metal construction, it's a little different other than the standard one, right? So we've got a standard one right here, polymer. This one's a little bit lighter, so I do like the way that this feels, especially with the beaver tail here.
A better recoil management.
A better recoil management for sure. And again, these G10 grips just keep it really locked in hand. Again, I am running a little naked on here. Like I said, I normally run a light on my gun, so that's why I've got my handy dandy Cloud Defensive Mini, the one that runs on an 18350 battery, rechargeable of course, and the Theorem switchback. This Theorem switchback allows me to clip it to the side of my pocket so it's easily retrievable. And one thing about lights, folks, is that each one of these lights normally comes with a programming mode. The way I program it is I do high intensity output first, and then low tasker on the second pull. The reason why is if I have to use this in a situation, I need all the lumens and candela that I possibly can do to positively identify a threat or target, or at least say, stop, see what's going on.
It's good to sometimes blind threats as well. It really 100%. Does help.
So yeah, I mean, that's my pocket dump for today.
I like that gun. I most recently acquired one of those AXG Legions with the Romeo 2. Exactly, just like that. And I've just been slowly kind of transitioning, working on it, but feels pretty good so far. So that's it, right?
Yeah, that's me.
So for me, it's, good old Glock 19, guys, and I'm very used to a Glock 19. As I said, I most recently got one of these, and pretty good, but I shoot a Glock 19 better. Okay. That's because I'm very, very used to it, and here is a Glock 19M. This is the FBI's contract gun with the American Law sights and extended like slide release, slide stop lever, and slightly flared magwell, no finger grooves. I love this thing, right? So overall, Glock 19s I'm very, very familiar with, and I do carry some time to time, but I also carried for years the XDS 9mm for many years. That's a much smaller.
It's
gun.
got a really good trigger.
It actually feels good.
It feels really good. And that gun doesn't
I
get
shoot
enough
it
credit.
accurately too.
I do too.
Like, it's crazy how accurately I shoot that thing for its size. So I love that thing too, and that's also in a holster, but that's not on a. I need to get a better holster for that one. That's a leather holster. I'm with you on that one.
Maybe you could get another TRX Arms one.
Yeah, I don't care about a brand. I just carry about a good old something decent, a Kydex holster that gives you a good, crisp retention. Retention is extremely important, and the downside is obviously Kydex can be less comfortable compared to a leather holster. But dude, retention is extremely important. So I give up that comfort all day long because you are gonna crawl, you're gonna jump, things are gonna happen, and we've all seen some people just run around crawling and they're just losing their guns.
Yep.
So you wanna make sure that gun stays secure in that holster. You know, a good old TLR7 sub, a weapon mounted light, and a Trigicon RMR on this thing, and it's good to go, gets the job done.
It's like the gold standard of carrying.
Yeah, it really is a great setup as it is. It'll get the job done. That's it. And nowadays, you know, especially if you go to Trigicon RMR or some other like Acro that you carry, right? Or, you know, Romeo 2. These things are so freaking reliable. The battery life is just crazy. 50,000 plus hours. You can reliably run a red dot over iron sights all day long.
Absolutely.
So there's that. And when it comes to lights, so I do have a the Cloud Defensive Mini in my truck at all times. I've got the FDE one. Love that thing. I believe that you should have something in your car.
Yeah.
Right? Just something happens, boom, you can just grab it. And mine depends on like what I carry on me. Really depends on the season does affect it. I still grab that XDS a lot smaller, and I'm pretty decent with it because I'm very used to it. If I'm wearing extreme tight shirts, as opposed to
see your heartbeat.
Yeah, the obviously with the hoodie, but depending on the season, but also what I'm doing. And I definitely like to carry a light on me. In this case, Surefire Stiletto. You just kind of momentary, and there's constant options over here. When I hike, I definitely have at least 2 lights on me. I've got my Innova T4 that I've carried for years. That stays with me at all times, and I have my Cloud Defensive Mini. I do definitely carry a knife on me, and Sylvan Arms, little
flip out.
Just like that. It gets the job done. You know, you could use it for defensive purposes, but mine is not really for that. Generally, it's just utility purposes, and it gets the job done. And that is about it.
Hey guys, we're going to take a moment to interrupt this content to bring you a word from the sponsor of this video, Sonoran Desert Institute. Now, of everyone at Classic, I've probably built the most guns myself, and I know a lot of you guys out there like to work on and repair your guns at home as well. If you're looking for a way to take that hobby to the next level, Sonoran Desert Institute could help. The online courses at SDI cover a broad range of topics, including armor certification, gunsmithing, ballistics, woodworking and gun finishes, sport shooting management, and more. They even send tools and materials directly to your home so you can get hands-on training while you're covering this coursework. So if you're looking for a way to get an education that you could actually apply to your job or start a new career, definitely contact SDI at 480-999-4767 or visit sdi.edu.
When I'm hiking, I've got like med kit on me for you know, a bunch of different things. I've got a like a headlamp that's mounted on my hat in case the stiletto actually will mount just like.
There you go, straight to that.
There you go. It'll really just do this if you guys need it. So if you're out there hiking or doing some stuff, working on your car, whatever, you know, it gets the job done. So for me, it really depends. If I'm just out there walking, I'll be honest with you, the only thing I carry is my gun.
I hear you.
I don't carry anything else on me.
But there's something to note there. I mean, these are just the things that I've got on me to get me out of the fight, right?
Yeah.
Because if it's more than this that I need, I'm going to my truck. And if I have to go to my truck, it's a
You're
bad day.
freaking going down.
You're going down.
If he has to go to his truck,
I carry a rifle with me every single day. So
it's over.
Just saying.
Yeah. You know, you touch base on ammunition, and I really do want to talk about the ammo, guys. I've got a good old hollow point 9mm ammo here. In this case, I got 9mm, you got 9mm.
Yep.
You guys could be carrying 10mm, and in fact, when I do go hike, I have my carry gun on me, and I do have my Springfield XDM Elite 10mm on me. Okay, just, you know, I want that extra thing. I don't have to worry about concealability of anything.
Yeah, for
I
all
got
those
a backpack.
bobcats out there.
It could be anything, you know. So I do have it. So whatever ammo you carry, it's very important that you train with that
Correct.
thing. If you shoot a 9mm like a 115 grain or even 124 grain, and you go out there and you get one of those plus P 135 grain Hornady critical duty that I personally carry and I love because I carry that ammo on duty. The FBI did plenty of study, and that's their contract ammunition right now. If the FBI is, whether you like them or not, if the FBI is actually carrying that ammo, done. I don't need to do any homework. That ammo is incredible. It gets the job done. It gets, 12 to 18 inches penetration after going through an intermediate barrier. Good to go, and still stays together. Not all ammo is created equally. That's why I'm staying kind of like harping on this. You'll get a hollow point ammo. Some won't open. They will not expand, guys. And I've personally seen it. They will not expand. And you want a hollow point to expand. And you want a round to stay together as much as possible. You don't want a round just breaking apart.
Yeah.
And some companies will just give you, hey, this hollow point technology. If they're not reputable, I wouldn't choose it. So all these things, these guns, you can spend all that money you want. If you get cheap ammo, these things don't mean anything.
Yeah, and piggyback on what he said, there's a lot of snake oil out there in the ammo.
A lot.
I mean, there's things where they make the commercials so cool. This thing goes at 2,000 something feet per second. And
R.I.P.
R.I.P. The pedals rip out, and it's like shards of snake oil. That's exactly what it is. So,
like, every round will kill, right? Of course, but you want immediate incapacitation. That's the key thing when it comes to defensive situations.
Right.
If you cannot immediately incapacitate the threat in front of you, whether that's a bobcat, a bear, or a person, right? Whatever that threat is, then who cares if that person is incapacitated after they incapacitated you?
right.
So
They can still have a knife and still keep on going.
Exactly.
I mean, there's videos about that police officer, I think it was in Pennsylvania, where the guy, tall guy, who's probably like 6'4", or 6'5" taller than me, and he took out his service weapon and he dumped maybe 6 to 7 rounds, and the guy who was wearing a leather jacket, and the guy kept on coming.
Isn't that crazy?
That's nuts. And the guy was literally dumping rounds, so it is what it is.
Yeah. These stories, these things are real things, guys. So, in a nutshell, every day for me, a gun, light, and an optic, good to go. A good old Kydex holster, appendix carry position. What position?
So normally I do carry appendix. Like I said, if I'm rolling in my car for just ease of use, and if I do need to use it, it's right there. But if I'm just out here, just in the office or whatnot, I'll carry it at 4 o'clock. So
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. So, is there I'm just curious, right? I'm not disputing anything. Is there a reason why you carry at 4 o'clock at the office?
So to me, it's just a little bit easier to sit down in a chair, because the way that chairs are here in the office, they're straight 90-degree angles. Because in my truck, I kind of lean back a little bit, right? So that's just me.
Gangster style.
Yeah. I don't know about that, but just leaning back just a little bit of lean back. So, but yeah. In an office, I'll put it here so it's kind of out of the way, and I don't have to worry about if I get up or if I drop something and bend down.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows if you carry appendix, you have a gun. How do you lean down? You don't lean down. You use those knees and go straight.
That's
down,
right.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But you see that he's got a valid point. That's what he prefers, and that's very subjective. There's pros and cons to everything. Appendix carry, you're flagging yourself. There's femoral artery, and you're obviously reproductive organs, depending on who you are.
Identify.
Yeah, exactly. And but it's extremely faster, right? Easier. If you carry at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, or 5 o'clock, that's maybe not as fast, but you don't have those that flagging issue.
Correct. And there's many different ways. I mean, like you said, I like appendix carry mainly because if I have to go hands-on with somebody, it's easier to retrieve my firearms.
Create distance, you can get this thing. You can be rolling on the ground. It's easier to access, but that's important. A good holster selection, light, optic selection, obviously gun, ammo. These are very important. They're just kind of the main thing for me, and I carry with me at all times. Then obviously this external light and knife depends. I won't BS you. I don't always carry these things. The gun, yes, but not these. If I'm hiking, whatever, then I'll have some extra stuff on me. That's about it for me, man.
Yeah, that's
What
about
do you think?
No, I mean, it's solid stuff, man. Again, folks, choose what works for you. And I hate to say this, sometimes you do have to buy 1 or 2 things and see if it really works for you.
Yeah.
I mean, you can just see how it goes. But
Some
again,
people carry tourniquets on them.
So again, like I said, in my truck, I have a full-blown blowout kit for me and anybody else. And I've actually had to use my blowout kit. It was 2 years ago. There was a guy who was struck by a truck that was on Trade Street. and I had to go out there and make sure that he was okay. He was bleeding. He had lacerations on his arms. I had to bust open my stuff and get him taken care of until the medics arrived. And it was just not just me. It was another lady who was driving to work. She's a RN, and her and I got this guy stable. And then until folks were coming. So again, you might not need it. It might not be for you, but like to me, I have a duty. And
You're giving me an idea. Maybe we should actually do another video what we keep in our cars. Now, in my car, I actually have like a med kit. I have a bunch of other things. I've got tool kits. Like I've got a ton of stuff. Maybe we could do that. Okay, but in my person, I'm sorry, I just walk around with a gun. That's about it in general. For me, and let us know in the comment section, what are your thoughts? What do you guys do? Do you carry a gun on you? If not, why not? If you do, what do you carry? What kind of ammo? What kind of holster? What other equipment do you carry on you, and why? And do you guys kind of agree with what we do here?
Yeah, light or no light on your carry guns. That's a huge discussion.
That's a huge
and
discussion.
this is weird for me. Normally I carry one with a light. So
I'm a fan of lights. You know, it's better to have it, not need it, than need it and not have it. That's the kind of mindset for me. But you know, you remedy that with that. And there's also another discussion where, hey, you know, you point your gun at somebody. Did you really violate a law if you just point your handheld?
That's very true.
That's the thing.
Very true.
But that's about it, guys. Well, let us know your thoughts in the comment section.